Hello, fans, and welcome to This Day in Baseball, where we're going to bring you a full radio broadcast of today's game. And before we do that, I just want to thank Classic Baseball Radio, and there's a link in the notes where you can check out their full channel. They have many great radio broadcasts. And while you're listening to today's game, if you want to check out much more about the game and the players, look on the links below, and you're going to see links to player pages, the date the game happened, the year it happened, and the play-by-play. Enjoy the game, and check out the links while you're watching the game, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that every time new content comes out, you're going to get that firsthand. And thank you again for checking out This Day in Baseball, and enjoy the game.
It's Yankee baseball time again. This is Bob Delaney welcoming you to another baseball game brought to you by the makers of Valentine Beer. Once again, Mel Allen, Red Barber, and Phil Rizzuto are on hand to bring you the play-by-play. Well, looks like they're all set to go down on the field, so let's us get set as the Atlantic Refining Company and your Atlantic dealer for the 26th straight year as baseball's largest continuous radio and TV sponsor brings you Yankee Baseball. This broadcast comes to you by courtesy of the Atlantic Refining Company and P. Valentine & Sons in cooperation with Sports Network. We're all set now for the Yankee baseball game, so let's go down and pick up the starting lineup. This professor. It is a broiling sun. I'm not kidding, our desk right here. I don't know how hot it is in the sun. But if we were to break 2 eggs right here, we wouldn't need anything to fry them in. That's the truth. This kind of weather's getting shaky. Yes, sir. I hope you got plenty of that crisp pressure right by your side. And the morning line on the temperature was 84 degrees. But as the fellow says, if that's the morning line, I'll make books that the odds have changed. At least in the sun, it's got to be more than 84. It's somebody, the Weather Bureau. Forecast variable cloudiness, hot and humid. The battery for today's game, hot and humid. Just out of sheer meanness, let's find out how hot it is. Well, Bill, can you call somebody or find out what the local weather bureau is? Find out how hot it is in the sun. Senators take the field. I'll tell you this, we have to take our arms off this desk because it's that hot. It's not a complaint, just a report. I'd love to do this 190 days a year. The Yankees will have Bobby Richardson leading off second base, Tony Kubek shortstop, Roger Maris right field, Mickey Mantle center, Yogi Berra in left, Elston Howard catching, Bill Skowron first base, Clete Boyer third, Bill Stafford pitching. And for the Senators, it's Hinton in left, O'Connell third, Zipfel first, King in right, Keogh center, Johnson short, Collier second, Daly catching, Donovan pitching, and now our national anthem.
The battery for today's game for New York, Stafford and Howard. And for Washington, Donovan and Daly. Dick Donovan just now coming out to the mound. And the best battery of them all, baseball and Valentine's beers of Christopher Fletcher. The Yankees will be home. I was just making gestures with Frank Umont out there. Hey, Frank. You can fry a couple of eggs on here. The Yankees will be home on Tuesday night with the Chicago White Sox, Wednesday and Thursday afternoons. And those will be the final 3 games at the stadium until September the 1st, when the Detroit Tigers come in on a Friday night for a weekend series. There remain only 18 playing days, 18 playing dates at Yankee Stadium. So, for those who sometimes hesitate to, well, I'll go next week or next week, you know, we're getting down with a short stroke. Bobby Richardson leads off. Dick Donovan ready to work. Veteran right-hander with a record of 7-8, making his 16th appearance. Swings to the windup. Around comes the right arm. Here's the pitch, and Bobby takes it low for a ball. Dick lost his first 5 decisions, to give you an idea of the kind of ball he's been pitching lately. And all 5 decisions were 1-run losses. So he has won 7 and lost 3 in his last 10 decisions. The pitch, Bobby swings and sends a fly ball into left center, taken by center fielder Marty Keough, and there's one away. Now Tony Kubek. Kubek hitting .293. Roger Maris on deck. Bob Short back to the plate. Charlie Berry umpiring at first. Joe Insalata at second, and Frank Umont at third. The pitch to Tony is low and inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Danny O'Connell in close at third. Donovan's pitch to Tony in there for a strike. We've had a later weather report. Weather actually doesn't matter too much, except in the case, you know, of rain, it might shorten the game. But at the same time, it's unusually warm. It also has an effect on pitchers, particularly, and on some of the players. Tony Kubek swings and bounces to the box. Donovan has it, throws on over to Zipfel, and they're 2 away. But we have checked again. It's 4 degrees higher than it was when we first told you. The weather recording, you know, this is a recording, 88 degrees. But it's got to be more than that in the sun. I would say it's 100 degrees easily in the sun, and that's no exaggeration. Roger Maris up, hitting .275. Dick Donovan's pitch, low and inside, ball 1. No score, first inning. Donovan has won his last 4 decisions, beating Baltimore 1-0, Kansas City 7-1, New York 12-2, and Minnesota 2-1. He's allowed only 4 runs in the last 36 innings. Now the pitch to Roger, swung on line to deep right center field, and it's going to be up against the wall. Pounding away from King, and Rod turning first, goes into second with an eased-up double. Roger Maris lines the double into right center. His 14th. Up comes Mickey Mantle, hitting .326. Of course, Weather Bureau temperatures are recorded in the shade of the old apple tree. 2 outs and 1 on. Maris on second. Dick Donovan ready to pitch to Mantle. Berra on deck. 2 away. Donovan to the stretch. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Mick. And it's inside. Ball 1. Outfield swung far around to the right. Mantle's got all of left field. Not quite all, but most of it. Naturally, they know he's going to be trying to pull. Infield shaded well around toward first. 1 ball, no strikes. Dick into the stretch. Maris leads off second. The pitch to Mantle. Swung on, foul back. Strike 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Donovan into the stretch. Here's the pitch to Mantle. Swung on, foul back again. Strike 2, 1-2. Mick trying to lift up on the ball. And Donovan's ahead of him, 1-2. You know, when a pitcher knows what a hitter is going to try to do, he can shift his pattern on him, and he's got good control. He has the edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs and Maris on second. Senator right-hander all set. Into the stretch. Here's the pitch, and Mantle takes it way up high. Ball 2-2-2. High and tight, back him away. Setting him up for something. That was what we call a weight pitch. So you let a hitter look at a certain speed pitch, and then you come back with something entirely different, designed to disturb the timing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maris moving off second. Donovan into the stretch. Look around the pitch, and Mantle swings, lifts a high fly ball to right field. Not deep enough. Jim King under it, and makes the catch. Judge retires. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. End of the first half, the first inning. New York nothing, and Washington coming to bat.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack. Take along a six-pack of Frosty Valentine. You'll have 1 pack of beer, 6 cans of beer, so crisply refreshing anytime. Valentine, Valentine, no doubt, Valentine, just right. It's a crisp, refreshing Valentine. Happy on the hand, holding Valentine in hand. Take the jolly six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack home today.
Next time, take along a 6-pack, a jolly 6-pack of Valentine beer. It carries with ease, cools in a breeze. And best of all, it gives you 6 icy cold cans of the crisp refresher.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack of ice cold Valentine beer.
Last half of the first inning, Chuck Hinton leading off. Danny O'Connell on deck and Bud Zipfel to follow. Bill Stafford, the pride of Athens, New York. Deputy sheriff when he's not playing ball. Getting ready to work for the right-hand hitting Chuck Hinton. Stafford's 26th appearance has a record of 9-5. Bill to the windup, and the pitch is low, ball 1. Bill has not won a game since the 25th of July, though he's made 3 starts since. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a little roller foul off to the left of the plate. In 2 of the games, he was not involved in the final decision. And the Yankees won the 2 games, so he didn't get credit for it. He lost one of them. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a nice changeup. On the 30th of July, Steve Barber pitched his 5th shutout and beat Stafford. And then the Yanks beat Minnesota 8-5 in 10. Arroyo got the win in relief. Stafford's arm tightened on him as it did last time in the 10-inning game against Los Angeles, which the Yankees won 5-4. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. 2-2. Foot 1, 185-pound, 23-year-old Bill Stafford. The right-hander to the windup, pitch to Hinton. Swung on, fouled off, back of first, out of play. Hinton batting .264. Tomorrow we have a doubleheader. The first game at 1 o'clock. Now the wind-up and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Chuck Hinton, who got off to a very poor start hitting, but has lifted his average while it's only .264. He's been hitting around 300 mark the last few weeks. And he's very fast. Gets a lot of leg hits at times when he's full on a ball. And he's got some power, too. Now the delivery. Swung on, lines by short to left center for a base hit. Mantle up with the ball and whips it back in quickly. He knows that Hinton might take that extra base. Chuck Hinton lines a single to center. Hinton batted .369 with Stockton last year. Now coming up is Danny O'Connell, batting .280. Boyer moves in a little. The pitch is bunted at him, missed. The throw down to first, and he's safe. Just missed the tag on. The throw had him beaten. A good fall-away slide by Hinton avoided Moose's tag. Howard had him beaten. As O'Connell missed the bunt, and Hinton was way off. 0-1 the count on Danny O'Connell. Boyer shortened up. He's in on the grass. There he goes. The pitch is swung on and loops one into short left. And it's for a base hit, and Hinton's on his way now to third, and then goes back to second as Yogi fires into Boyer. Hinton could have gone to third easily, but as he turned second, he didn't know where the ball was. He saw it in the air and then looked around. He went a quarter of the way toward third, then scrambled back to second. But Danny O'Connell punches one one-handed just over the infield for a single to left. And the Senators have some business during here in the first inning with nobody out and the power coming up. Bud Zipfel, Jimmy King, and Marty Keogh. Runners on first and second, nobody out. The pitch to Zipfel. He bunts, and the play is to first base. They got one. Hinton moves to third, O'Connell to second. Bud Zipfel sacrifices. Bud Zipfel, who belted one end of the bullpen last night, sacrifices. And here's Jim King, batting .275, a left-hand batter, takes the strike, 0-1. Now the pitch, swung on, there's a drive, hit deep, foul down the right field line. Strike 2, 0-2, and Elston Howard asks for time, goes out to talk to Stafford. Often when a catcher goes out to talk to a pitcher, it isn't just a change of signs with the runner on second who might pick him up and relay him the hitter. Sometimes he tells the pitcher, look, you're not following through enough. You're not breaking your wrist enough on your curve. You're not giving that extra effort. Sometimes a pitcher won't be quite aware of it. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and fouled back out of play. 0-2. Hinton on third, O'Connell on second, and 1 out in the first inning. No scores yet. The 2-strike pitch to Jim King. Swung on and fouled back out of play. The Senators are in the throes of a losing streak, and the Yankees in the heights of a winning streak. Percentage-wise, they both have to come to an end. We'll see you tomorrow. That's baseball. Great game of percentage. Hinton leads off third. O'Connell off second. Stafford to the windup. The pitch to Jim King. Swung on. Hit to Kubek. He one-hands it. Throws over to first in case. He called game. As Hinton scored. And Moose is arguing with Berry. O'Connell went to third. It's an infield hit for King. Moose argues the call. It's a run for Washington. Hinton scoring, O'Connell going to third. And Marty Keough coming up, and Bobby Richardson's over to argue with Berry on that one. Moose and Bobby argued. They had Jim out by half a step. But Charlie Berry says no. A big play. Now, Phil Stafford still operating with 1 out, and Marty Keough up. O'Connell on third. And the pitch is in there for a strike. 1-0 in favor of the Senators. King driving in his 30th run. Runners lead away from first and third. The pitch is low for a ball. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Runners lead away from first and third. The pitch, and there's a bunt effort. Missed. Runners are protecting themselves. A 1-2 count. Keough is trying to bunt for a base hit. The Yankees have won 9 in a row, and the Senators have lost 7 in a row. But the Senators, as far as the Yankees are concerned on the season, have almost battled them to a standstill. The Yankees have won 6, the Senators 5. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Keough strikes out. Now coming up is Bob Johnson. Johnson hitting .257. Runners laid away from first and third. The pitch is swung on, bounded to short. Kubek up with it over to Richardson for the 4th out at second. And the side is retired. King 4th at second. Kubek to Richardson. 1 run for Washington. 3 hits. No Yankee errors and 2 men left on base. At the end of the first inning, the Senators won. The Yankees, nothing. Now, for those of you who didn't get the complete scores of last night's games, the Yankees beat Washington 12-5 with Maris and Mantle both homering. Maris getting his 42nd, Mantle his 44th. While the Minnesota Twins were defeating the Detroit Tigers, thus giving the Yankees a 4-game edge. Cleveland beat Los Angeles 3-2. Baltimore beat Boston 6-3. And Chicago shut out Kansas City 1-0. And the highlight in the National League was the victory of Milwaukee over Chicago 2-1 as Warren Spahn won his 300th Major League game. One of 14 who've won 300 or more. Couldn't have happened to a greater or nicer guy. Pittsburgh shut out Philadelphia 6-0 in the game curtailed at the end of 6 innings because of rain. San Francisco beat Cincinnati 4-2 in the only other game scheduled, leaving Los Angeles a game and a half in front of the Redlegs. Today, we have nothing to report so far except in the National League. Philadelphia-Pittsburgh scoreless at the end of an inning. Owens against Mizell. Now, in the first half of the second inning, Yogi Berra leads off. Hitting .283. Dick Donovan, who has regained the touch that made him a star of the White Sox, and after 5 consecutive heartbreaking defeats has come along to win 7 of his last 10 and 4 in a row. Has a good sinker among other pitches. Into the windup and the delivery. Outside for a ball. Got a good sinker, slider, curve, fastball, and change of pace. Sinker's a great pitch against the slugging team. And you have to lift the ball off that ground if you can make them hit that pitch. That's a figure of speech. The delivery is in there for a strike, 1-1. Howard on deck and Skowron to follow. 1-0 Washington. It's the second inning. Now Dick Donovan swings to the windup and the pitch. It's low. Ball 2-2-1. Hinton in left, Keogh in center, King in right, O'Connell third, Johnson short, Cartier second, Zipfel first, Bailey catching. Donovan pitching to Yogi, who swings and fouls it. The ball hits the mask of the catcher. 2-2 count. You'll be interested in knowing that there are 300 fans here today from Matthews, Virginia. And the Matthews High School band played the national anthem. Two balls, 2 strikes. Donovan into the windup and the pitch to Yogi. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Yogi went for a high inside pitch. 1 away. Now Elston Howard, batting .365. They pitch to Ellie. Inside, ball 1. One to nothing Washington. It's the second inning. Dick Donovan delivers, and Howard swings and fouls it back. Ellie was ripping for the distance that time. Actually, this year he shortened his swing and was not trying to go for the long ball often and was able thereby to improve his average. Although he started hitting some long ones a few weeks ago. He's only had 11 this season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dick Donovan's overhand pitch is over. Strike 2, 1-2. You know, when people ask you questions about what's going to happen and all that sort of thing, here's a great example. Dick Donovan lost his touch. The White Sox let him go. Boom, he discovered something he was doing wrong. Wherever it was, he picked it up. How can you know? The 1-2 delivery, and Howard swings, and a broken bat bounded to third. O'Connell up with it, throws to first. O'Connell had to avoid the bat. That ball, fastball, tailed right in on Howard, hit him right on the handle. And I mean right on the handle. It broke off. Ellie has the handle in his hand. The 4/5 of the bat went flying down at O'Connell, who ducked the bat, grabbed the ball. And now for an encore. Here's Bill Skowron, hitting .281. 1-0 Senators, second inning. The pitch it's foul. It's a foul ball. It hits the bat. Moose was taking. Donovan's sinker is moving into the right-hand hitters. Two down now in the second. Now the wind-up, the pitch. Foul again as Moose started to check his swing. And Moose is just standing there now with his hand on his hip and wondering what in the world is going on. You know what it looks as if he's throwing a right-hand screwball. A 1-2 count. Donovan again to the windup. And the pitch. Inside. Fastball. 1-2. That can make a pitcher real effective. He can throw, say, to a right-hand hitter. If he can throw a fastball that tails into him and also a screwball that winds up tailing into him, it looks like it's going to be a slider or a breaking pitch going the other way. You got a lot to think about. The 1-2 delivery to Skowron. Swung on it, missed. Strike three. Curved him. And the side is retired. And I'd say Mr. Donovan's on his game. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of an inning and a half, Washington 1, New York nothing. What a day for the crisp professor. Of course, any day is a good day for the crisp professor. And any day is an easy day for you to do something that's very easy. That is to carry home those easy to carry, easy to open six-packs. Valentine beer goes over big with people bent on fun and pleasure. You know, we're just thirsty. After all, pleasure is the purpose of the crisp refresher. Your very first swallow and each one to follow tells you that this is the beer you've been thirsting for. Today's Valentine is light and crisp and golden. It's the light beer with true lager flavor. More than 5 million glasses of Valentine beer are enjoyed every day. Why don't you take 2 or 4 or more pleasure-packed six-packs of the Crisp Refresher home with you? Valentine beer, the Crisp Refresher. We pause for station identification.
Yankee baseball coming to you over Quality Martin, WOKO, Albany, New York, 1460 on the dial. The time in 20 seconds, 2 p.m.
The last half of the second inning in Washington. Bottom third of the order. Chuck Cartier leads off. Pete Daly on deck and Dick Donovan to follow. Senators lead 1-0. Phil Stafford pitching. Cartier hitting .218. Right-hand batter. Takes fastball a little outside, perhaps a little high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Stafford's next pitch. Inside, ball 2. A 2-0 count. Now the 2-0 pitch. In there, 2-1. Bob Stewart back to the plate. Now Now the pitch. Swung on. There's a fly ball down the left field line. Yogi chasing it. He's not going to get to it. It's foul. It's foul. Two count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's in there for call strike 3. Durham a breaking delivery. One away. Bob Stewart, originally from Rhode Island, lives in Blackstone, Massachusetts. The other way around. Born in Blackstone, Massachusetts, and lives in Forestdale, Rhode Island. Here now is Pete Daly. Takes the strike. Charlie Berry from Phillipsburg, New Jersey, umpiring down at first. An All-American football player at Lafayette, Major League catcher. Now the pitch, high for a ball. An official in professional football, Major League umpire. Has a nephew here today. He's going to be in the running for All-America honors at Penn State. His name's Meitinger. Pitch is low for a ball. He's an end. 2-1. Joe Ensalada is born in Brooklyn. Lives in Hollywood, Florida now, at second base. First year in the league. The 2-1 pitch on the way to Daly. Swung on, a little tap, hit slowly toward the mound. Off to the left goes Stafford up with it. Throws to Skowron, and they're 2 away. Check swing. And the batter will be Dick Donovan. Good hitting pitcher. And he'll get a hand coming up. Frank Umon at third base. Born in Staten Island. Lives in Dunellen, New Jersey. Donovan bats left-handed, takes the strike. Donovan used to hit the long ball more than he has been lately. He's a guy you have to reckon with up there. The pitch is swung on and fouled back, and it's going to be out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 games tomorrow, and our air time will be 12:55. They start here 1 o'clock on Sunday. Washington 1, New York 0. Second inning. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Low fastball. 1-2. Raleigh Hemsley coaching at third and George Case at first. 2 pretty good ball players in their day. Now the 1-2 offering to Donovan. Swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 3. Sides retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 2 innings of play, Washington 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. The Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. Yankees are home Tuesday night, Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. Final 3 playing dates at the stadium until September the 1st. And don't forget, September the 9th is Whitey Ford Day, and we'll be telling you a little bit more about that. Whitey is going to do something that I hope some of you fans will want to contribute to if you feel so inclined, but it'll be in the nature of a good cause in which you will be aiding some worthy and underprivileged folks and at the same time help honoring a grand guy and the doted little left-hander. Los Angeles at Cleveland, Duran and Grant. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, scoreless end of 2 innings. Owens and Mizell. That's all we have to report right now. The Yankee Stadium advanced ticket window will be open all day tomorrow for your ticket shopping for the 3 games coming up at the stadium Tuesday night, Wednesday and Thursday afternoons for the White Sox. And then for that big weekend series with the Tigers starting Friday night, September 1st, and for the big games ahead in September. Clete Boyer leads off now in the 3rd inning, 1-0 in favor of Washington. Right-hander Dick Donovan swings to the windup. And the pitch. Boyer takes it inside, ball 1. One ball, no strike. Donovan flips and Boyer swings and bounces it foul down the third baseline. Strike 1. The Yankees will run into a couple of pretty good pitchers tomorrow, and Marty Katina and Benny Daniels. Daniels beat him last time here. Ralph House will counter with Bud Daly and Jim Coates. One ball, one strike. 1-0 Washington, 3rd inning. On a blazing hot day. The 1-1 pitch, and Clete Boyer swings and bounces it to third on a hop. Danny O'Connell throws on over to first in time. 1 away. Thus, so far, Roger Maris has been the only one able to solve Donovan. And then doubly lined to right center. Here's Bill Stanford. Donovan goes to the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch swung on. Little tap to third to O'Connell. He has it. Throws on over to first. 2 away. Danny O'Connell has had 3 chances out of the last 4 batters. Now Bobby Richardson, the leadoff man, fly to left center in the first inning. The pitch to Bobby. Swung on a grounder to O'Connell. He's up with it, and Danny throws out the side. Danny O'Connell crosses out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play, Washington 1, New York nothing.
Crisp, a beer must be icily light. The crisp refresher is icily light. With true lager flavor, precisely right. The crisp refresher, precisely right. Lively golden, crystally clear. The crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
With your first swallow and everyone to follow, today's Valentine delivers a funny, mellow taste that really refreshes. Since people know quality when they taste it, over 5 million glasses of Valentine beer are enjoyed every day.
So clap your hands, tap your feet, snap your fingers. And that's the man for Valentine. The crisp refresher. Valentine beer.
Since 1840,
America's finest.
Last half of the 3rd inning. 1-0 in favor of Washington. Top of the order, Chuck Hinton, Danny O'Connell, and Bud Zipfel. Hinton singled to center in the first inning. Stafford to the windup, the pitch. The right-hand batter is in there. Hinton came around on singles by O'Connell and King. Now the 1-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. Good curve. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the delivery. Way up high over the head of Hinton, Howard, and Stewart. ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 delivery. Curve misses. Ball 2, 2-2. Stafford and Howard thought they had a strike. The Union said no. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bill getting ready. Swings to the windup, round comes the right arm. The pitch is swung on. There's a drive deep to left going foul. Count remains 2-2. Got out in front of that one too much. They've got the new stadium pretty well on its way down here. That's where we understand we'll be next year. Flew over it the other day. Last trip we're in here. Beautiful looking thing. The 2-2 offering to Chuck Hinton. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Stafford. 4 strikeouts for Stafford. 3 of the last 4 men. Now Danny O'Connell. Swing to left field in the first inning. Fleet Boyer moves in to head to the infield grass. Outfield toward left. The pitch to Danny. Outside. Ball 1. Right-hand hitter. Danny's been around enough to learn how to move that ball around as the pitch dictates. He can punch it to the opposite field, though generally he'll pull. You hit a lot to right center. Here's the pitch. Fastball over. Strike 1. 1-1. Stafford put a little extra on that one. Bud Zipfel on deck. And the 1-1 pitch to O'Connell. It's over the outside corner. Breaking pitch. 1-2. Stafford seems to be picking up now after his first inning misery. One ball, 2 strikes. And the sidearm curve is popped up. Kubek is under it. And they're 2 away. Now Bud Zipfel, who sacrificed in the first inning. Former Yankee farmhand who is one of the 15 that every American League club had to put on a list from which the 2 new clubs selected 7 players. They hated to part company with him. He's a pretty good prospect. Left-hand batter, 6 high for balls. Last night he just chopped at a ball, and honest to goodness, he hit it 440 feet for a homer. Wasn't a hard swing. Just up from Houston. Here's the pitch, and it's over the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. They figure he's got the makings of a star. 1 ball, 1 strike. One nothing Senators, 3rd inning. Now the pitch. He held off on a change of pace. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2, 2-2. A 2-2 count. The next pitch. Inside, around the knees. Full count now, 3-2. Threw him a fastball. Getting a little cloudy. I love hot weather. I don't know about you, but I love it. Here's the 3-2 pitch. swung on and fouled off to the left of the plate. Poirier comes digging over, and he made the catch. Nice play by Clete Poirier. I'll tell you the truth, I never saw it. But we're behind third base, and he came in underneath our overhanging ledge. I heard him, saw him run over, and I heard those footsteps tramping in the gravel. And just watched the umpire. He went up for the hand, and he's out, and saw the boys coming off the field. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 3 innings of play, Washington, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. The scoreboard is there, Mother Hubbard. Los Angeles, Cleveland, Duran, and Grant. That's all we have to report on so far the American League. In the National League, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh scoreless at the end of 2, Owens and Mizell. Doubleheader tomorrow, our time, 12:55. Yankees are home Tuesday night, Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. They'll be all until September the 1st. Don't forget September the 9th is Whitey Ford Day. And every day is Ladies' Day until Rizzuto Day.
Okay, Mel, and it's a hot day today, too, as I know you've told the folks. Johnny Kubek will be leading off for the Yankees. But, Dave, you've got picnic plans in mind in this weather. Remember to take along a 6-pack of Ballantine beer. Carries with ease, cools in a breeze, and best of all, it brings you 6 frosty cans of the crisp refresher. Man, that sounds good. Johnny Kubek, who hit back to the box in the first inning. Leading off for the Yankees here in the top of the 4th. Donovan's pitch is over, strike called. Yankees have had just 1 hit off Donovan, had a double by Roger Maris in the first inning with 2 outs. Donovan ready. His pitch is bunted in front of the plate. Daly up with it, throws to first. In time, what a pretty play. Zip Bell made stretching out. And had he not stretched out, that ball would have hit Kubek in the back. A pretty play by Pete Daly, who had to go out to field that bunt, and then by Zip Bell, the tall, rangy first baseman who really reached out and made the play possible. 1 away. Here's Roger Maris, who, as we told you, doubled off the scoreboard in right field in the first inning. Roger with 42 homers and 104 runs batted in, trailing Mantle by 2 homers. Pitch to Maris, inside, ball 1. Rogers 1 RBI ahead of Mickey. Here's the windup. Pitch low inside. 2 balls, no strikes on Maris. It's starting to get a little cloudy overhead. At least the sun has gone in. Won't be quite as bad for the ball players now as it has been. Dick Donovan into the windup. The right-hander's pitch is a foul over right in the center of his dugout. Nice play by their trainer. One-handed that ball. Tom McKenna, the trainer for the Senators. Two balls, 1 strike on Maris with 1 out, nobody on, and on deck Mickey Mantle. Donovan's next pitch is high, ball 3. 3-1. picked up a run in the first inning, and that's what they lead by, 1-0. 3-1 count on Roger Maris. The wind-up by Donovan. His pitch is a ground ball foul outside of first base, rolling down the right field corner. Oh, another fine play by a spectator this time. Full count on Maris. Donovan has really been red hot, winning his last 4 games, all of them complete games. One was a shutout, and he allowed only 1 earned run in each of the other 3. So he's really been rough. But also a slow start this year, too, losing his first 5 decisions. The payoff pitch is another ground foul outside of first. And another one-hand play. That's 3 in a row. 1 by the center of the trainer and 2 by fans. Is the only fellow who's given Donovan trouble up to this point. He doubled in the first inning, and now he's fouled off a couple. He's got a 3-2 count. The pitch is fouled back out of play. All the ball players' uniform shirts are completely soaked with perspiration. Looking down at Danny O'Connell, who right now is playing shortstop against Maris. Bob Johnson, the shortstop, is playing second base. Chuck Cotty is playing short right field. And Bud Zipfeld deep at first base. They're really overshifted on Maris. What a hole he's got down left field. Chuck Hinton is over almost in center field. The pitch is hit high in the air to right field. That could be a high drive. That's going out of here for a home run for Roger Maris. Number 43 on the year. A high, towering home run by Roger. Ties up the ball game at 1-1. And that's his 43rd of the year. His second in as many games here in this series at Griffith Stadium. And it gives him 105 runs batted in. And that was a high fly ball that carried well over the right field fence. So we've got a brand new ball game, and here's Mantle. Mantle flied to right field in the first inning. Hits to Mickey. Strike call. So Maris, who had homered in every ballpark but Griffith Stadium up to last night, has now hit 2 in a row. 1 last night and 1 today. One strike pitch outside, 1-1. Nobody on. Pitch to Mickey is foul tip back of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's why this Yankee lineup is so tough. They've got power right on down the line. You never know who's going to hit one out. Pitcher cannot ease up on anybody. Other lineups have a breather here or there. Pitch to Mickey. Curve low inside, almost hit Mick in the foot. 2-2. Yogi Berra on deck. Now the 2-2 delivery. Inside and low, ball 3. Full count, 3-2. Donovan has given up 2 hits, both of them to Maris, a double and a home run. that have been hit hard off Donovan. We have a payoff pitch coming up to Mantle, and he lines one over second base into right field, a base hit. Jim King is up with it. So Mantle has himself a base hit. A third hit off Donovan, and here's Yogi Berra, who struck out swinging in the second inning. One out, a 1-1 ball game. Donovan is working very slow out on the mound. Mantle leading off first. Pitch to Yogi, a ground ball foul outside of first. On deck is Elston Howard. Ken Donovan sets. Pitch to Yogi, hit high in the air to left center field. Keogh moving to his right. He's under it, and the center fielder takes it. That's two away. We'll bring up Elston Howard, who bounced to third base in the second inning. Ellie has passed Norm Cash in the race for the American League batting crown. Howard now batting .364. Cash batting .362. They have not started their ball game, playing at Minnesota. Twins defeated Detroit last night. Batty hitting 2 home runs. Ramos beat them 2-1. So the Yankees are now 4 full games ahead of the second place Tigers. Pitch to Howard. Strike call. A fastball just above the knees. A lot of kids here today. This is Good Kid Day at Griffith Stadium. Throw to first and base safe. Boy, they almost had Mantle picked off. Mickey was going that time. And Dick Donovan waited a little longer, seeing Mickey leaning away. He threw to first, and Mick had to dive back head first, and he just beat the tag by Bud Zippel. It was close. One strike on Howard. Boy, Mick was a long way off that tag. He's grinning over there at first base. And the stretch. Pitch is outside. It was a pitch out. At that time, Mantle was not going. 1-1 on Howard. Here's the stretch. So again, Mickey back easily this time. Donovan steps off the rubber. Howard steps out of the batter's box. Down is on deck. 2 men are out. There goes Mickey. What a jump he had. The throw to second is not in time. He's in there with a stolen base. Boy, Mantle broke from the barrier that time like a thoroughbred. He really shot out of the box. Mickey's 10th stolen base of the year. He's only been thrown out once in 11 attempts at stealing. That pitch was ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Howard. A 1-1 ball game. Mantle leading off second. Pitch to Ellie. A ground ball to third. O'Connell's up with it. Throws to first base in time to get Howard. So the Yankees come up with 1 run on 2 hits. No Senator errors. 1 man left to score at the end of 3.5. Yankees 1 and the Senators 1.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack. Take along a six-pack of Frosty Valentine. You'll have 1 pack of beer, 3 cans of beer, supremely refreshing any time. Valentine, Valentine, oh, nice Valentine, just right. It's a
take along a six-pack, a jolly six-pack of Valentine beer. It carries with ease, cools in a breeze. And best of all, it gives you 6 icy cold cans of the crisp refresher.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack of ice cold Valentine beer.
Now let's pause for station identification.
1460 on your radio dial. Good sound broadcasting for 1961. This is WOKO Albany, New York. Time in 10 seconds, 2:34.
Jim King, the right fielder. Beat out an infield single, got credit for an RBI on it. Driving in Chuck Hinton in the first inning. 1-for-1 for the left-hand hitter. Playing in place of Gene Woodling today. Gene getting a day off. Stafford into the windup. The pitch to King. Curve over the knees. Strike one call. Wally Hemsley coaching at third. George Case at first. Change-up line to right center field, a base hit. Boy, he just reached out and hit that ball one-handed. It was a change of pace. He had taken his step, but still had enough power left with his arms to send it out to right center field for a base hit. The fourth hit off Stafford. Second hit for King. And here's Marty Keough, who struck out in the first inning with runners at first and third and only one out. Big strikeout for Stafford at the time. Charlie Berry's the umpire at first. Charlie's very happy. His daughter gave birth to a little boy. There's a pitch inside. Ball one. There had been 4 girls born to the Berry children. And Charlie was waiting for that boy, and it finally arrived. Curve hit on the ground. Back to the pitcher. Stafford wheels. Throws to Kubek for one. Back to first. Double play. 1-6-3. Pitcher to short to first. That's the Yankees' 133rd double play of the year, and they lead the majors in that department. That's been one of the big assets for the Yankees this year, making that double play, getting the pitches out of the jam. Here's Bob Johnson, bounced to short in the first inning. 2 out, nobody on. Score tied 1-1. Here's a foul back, strike one. Ready. His serve is high and away. 1-1. Bob Johnson has certainly improved in his hitting. When he was with Kansas City, though he didn't get to play regularly, he just couldn't swing at the ball. Now he's a pretty free swinger. And he checked his swing that time. Ball 2-1. That bat came near going all the way around. A lot of hitters who can't check their swing. Once they start, they've got to go through with it. Ready for the 2-1 delivery. Curve line to left field, a base hit. Boy, he hit that high curveball like a bullet. Yogi's up with it. And Johnson's on with a line single to left. The fifth hit. The ball got by Richardson a little, but not far enough to allow Johnson to advance. So the double play was a big one for the Yankees again. And here's Chuck Cottier, called out on strikes in the second inning. Johnson leading off first. The pitch to Cottier. Curve over, strike call. On deck, Pete Daly, the catcher. Well, we got those kids back with us again today, sitting in the next box. A throw to first, Johnson back. Again, Stafford set. Johnson's going. The ball is over for a strike. A throw to second. He's out. A perfect throw by Howard, and it had to be perfect because Johnson had a good jump. Howard to Richardson. For the Senators in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on 2 hits, no Yankee errors, and nobody left. A double play and Howard's throw on a potential steal wastes 2 Senator base hits in the bottom of the fourth. The score at the end of 4, Yankees 1, the Senators 1. On the scoreboard in the American League, Kansas City at Chicago, Bob Shaw against Ray Herbert. Detroit at Minnesota, Bunning against Lee. Los Angeles at Cleveland, 0-0 at the end of 2. Duran against Grant. Boston at Baltimore tonight. In the National League, Cincinnati at San Francisco, and St. Louis at L.A. have not started. Chicago at Milwaukee is Cardwell against Henley, and Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, the Pirates lead 3-0 at the end of 5. Owens against Mizell. And now, friends.
Now this is Bob Delaney, and we're on the go again with the rest of the ball game brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your neighborhood Atlantic dealer. The folks who keep your car on the go.
For the Yankees, the Moose will lead off. Collins struck out in the second inning. 1-1 score. Donovan into the windup. Hits the Scarron. High and tight, ball 1. Clete Boyer on deck. Lined up by Donovan. Pitch is fouled. Back of the plate. Strike 1, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Scar. First fouled. It hit the ground, bounced up, and hit Scar on the leg. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Bob Stewart, the plate umpire, takes a look at the ball and keeps it in play. Now the 1-ball, 2-strike delivery. Strike 3 swinging. Went after the breaking pitch again. Didn't get it. Second time that Scarron's gone down on strike. And it's the third strikeout for Donovan. Brings up Clete Boyer, who bounced to third base in the third inning. One out, nobody on. Here's the windup and the pitch to Boyer, and he hits the dirt. Man, he went down in a hurry. Ball 1. Quick reflexes, you need them in this game. Clete taking a little time getting back in the batter's box. The Yankees have won 9 straight ball games and 23 of their last 31. Here's the windup. Donovan's curve is low. Ball 2, 2-0. Ready now for the 2-0 delivery. It's in there. Strike call. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 ball game. Top of the 5th. Big doubleheader here tomorrow at Griffith Stadium. The game starts at 1. We'll be on the air at 12:55. 2-1 pitch hit high in the air to left field. Chuck Henry playing him perfectly. Under it and makes the catch. 2-way. 2 out. That'll bring up Bill Stafford, who bounced to third in the third inning. Stafford gets his bat from Bobby Richardson, who's on deck. Big slow windup he's using today. His pitch is in there. Strike one call. His umpires are really perspiring. They have their blue uniforms on, jacket and pants, and underneath they all wear long underwear to absorb the perspiration. It just makes you warm thinking about it. They have a shirt and a tie on. Serve line to center field, a base hit. As Stafford golfs a low curveball. Marty Keough up with it. That's hit number 4 off Donovan. Brings up Bobby Richardson, who's 0 for 2. Fly to center, bounce to third. Two-way. They don't even offer Stafford a jacket today. Even with 2 out, O'Connell moves in at third base. Richardson beat out a bunt against him last night. Stretched by Donovan. The pitch to Richardson, a ground ball at second base. Cartier to Zippel for the out. For the Yankees in the top of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no Senator errors, 1 man left, and at the end of 4 1/2, it's Yankees 1, Senators 1.
Hey, that new power mower sure looks easy to operate, George.
Yeah. Wish our car performed half as well.
What's the trouble?
Oh, I don't like a vibrating machine. Stalls all over the place.
Sounds familiar.
Your car the same way?
Used to be. Turned out the carburetor was full of dirt.
Oh? What did you do?
Cleaned it, of course.
Say, that must have been a big job.
Nothing to it. I just started using Atlantic Imperial gasoline.
What's that got to do with it?
Hey, where have you been? I thought everybody knew by now that Atlantic Imperial gasoline cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
Atlantic Imperial. And it worked for you?
It worked for me.
Boy, I'll have to start using Atlantic Imperial gasoline right away. Meanwhile, back to the grass. That's one problem Atlantic Imperial can't solve.
Pitchers are taking their time getting out to the mound. Stafford's still loosening up. The expected pitchers for tomorrow's doubleheader: Bud Daly and Jim Coates for the Yankees, and Monty Katina and Benny Daniels for the Senators. Frank Prudenti, the Yankee bat boy back in New York, is getting the thrill of his life. He's with the Yankees on this trip. Chuck Cartier leading off. Chuck was called out on strikes in the second inning. Now, if this fellow ever could get where he'd hit just 250, he would be one of the outstanding ball players. He takes the curve low, ball 1. He's as fine a fielding second baseman as we've seen in a long, long time. 1-0 pitch hit to straightaway center field. Mantle moving back and makes the catch. That ball was hit fairly well. Nick went to deep center field, about 380 feet. Catch that ball, one away. Here's Pete Daly, hit back to the box in the second inning. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Stafford pitch to Daly, foul back, strike 1. Blown away, 1-1 to Daly. Here's Stafford's 1-1 pitch. Curveball. It's strike two. He couldn't check his swing in time. Curve was blown away, but Daly went after it and couldn't hold back. Sidearm curve, hit to left field. Yogi moving back under it and takes it. Another ball that was hit hard. Both Mantle and Yogi made those catches in front of the wall. Two-way, and it'll bring up Dick Donovan. Donovan struck out swinging in the second inning. Donovan, who bats him left-handed. Dick has a double and a homer this year. 7 hits, 6 runs batted in. Pitch to Donovan is a curve over, strike ball. Ground ball hit slowly to first base. Darwin was right. Up with a clip to Stafford covering for the out. So the Senators go down in order in the bottom of the fifth. Nothing across. The score at the end of 5. The Yankees won and the Senators won. You fellas remember Jake Gibbs, or you folks out there who got that tremendous bonus assigned with the Yankees. Well, Jake hit 3 home runs for the Richmond Bees this past week. He's batting .265, but he's really starting to hit the ball. Tom Fresh is batting .324. He's a switch-hitting shortstop. The son of Mike Fresh used to catch for the Chicago White Sox. And George Risley is a 29-year-old right-hand hitting third baseman for the Richmond Virginians. Leads the International League in batting with a .339 average. Yankee Farm Club boys are doing fine. Phil Linz has extended his Texas lead batting lead to .350. The third baseman Mike Matheson is a 25-game batting streak. Take a quick look at the scoreboard in the American League. Kansas City won, the White Sox nothing at the end of 1/2 inning. Detroit at Minnesota just getting underway. Los Angeles Angels nothing, the Indians nothing at the end of 2. Boston at Baltimore tonight. The National League, Cincinnati at San Francisco hasn't started. St. Louis at LA tonight. Chicago nothing, Milwaukee batting in the bottom of the first. And the Pirates 3 and the Phillies nothing at the end of 5.5. Second base, Collier is up with it. Goes to Zipfel, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Roger Maris, the guy who was really hurt. Dick Donovan today. Roger has doubled and homered. His 43rd of the year to put him 1 in back of Mickey Mantle. Side of the Senator infield. They have 3 over there. The shortstop, second baseman, and first baseman. O'Connell is playing in on the grass. And he doesn't move back until Maris has 2 strikes on him. There's a pitch low, ball 1. Then with 2 strikes on Maris, O'Connell moves back and plays deep shortstop. The left fielder way over, almost in straightaway center field. And center fielder and right fielder overshifted on Roger. 1-0 pitch, a ground foul outside of first. One on Maris. Man, look at Maris's uniform completely soaked through, and Mantle is on deck. Nobody on. 1-1 the score. Donovan winds up. The pitch is lined right at the shortstop who was playing second base. How do you like that? There's that overshift that paid off. Maris has hit 3 balls on the nose. A double, a homer, then he gets robbed as the Senator infield overshifted on him. And he hit it right to the shortstop who was playing second base. If he can figure that out. A little too hot. Here's Mickey Mantle. Mickey fly to right, single to right. He's stolen a base. His 10th of the year. 2 outs. Nobody on. O'Connell still playing way in at third. They do not overshift on Mantle. Pitch to Mickey. Inside and low, ball 1. Al Downing, the Yankee left-hander, is loosening up in the bullpen. His heat takes its toll on the pitchers more than any other ball player. Mickey takes the pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. This is the top of the 6th inning. Here's Donovan's 2-0 pitch. It's low, ball 3. Nothing on Mantle. Now the 3-0 delivery on its way. Mickey takes it for a strike. 3-1. Mickey had to dive head first back into first base as Donovan tried to pick him off, and where the dirt stayed on his uniform, it's now mud with the perspiration mixed with it. 3-1 on Mantle. Here's the windup. 3-1 pitch. High, ball 4. Mantle walks, and that's the first base on balls given up by Donovan. It's the first base on balls given up by either pitcher in the ball game. It brings up Yogi Berra. Yogi struck out swinging, fly to center field. Two outs. Score tied 1-1. Top of the 6th. Zip Bell holding Mantle at first. Mickey stole second last time he was on. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Yogi. Inside, ball 1. Again, Donovan sets. Throw to first. Mantle back. Pitch to Yogi, over, strike called, 1-1. It was kind of a quick pitch by Donovan that time. Didn't give Mantle too much time to take a big lead. Ready now for the 1-1 delivery. Throw to first, and Mickey's back. Mick takes what you call a walking lead. He is walking, and if the pitcher stops to deliver while he's walking, he'll take off. If you wait long enough and make Mickey stop, he won't go. The pitch is top foul and back up there. That's going out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Yogi. Ball, 2 strikes on Yogi, 2 outs. Here's Donovan's stretch. There goes Mantle. The ball is line foul outside of first. Boy, Mick had a good jump, but Yogi had to protect the plate with 2 strikes on him. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Yogi. stretch. Pitch is a ground ball to the pitch. A nice play by Donovan. His throw to first, and Yogi's out. So the Yankees. Fine play by Donovan. It's for New York in the top of the sixth. No runs, no hits, no Senator errors, one man left. And at the end of 5.5 innings, Yankees won and the Senators won.
You know, most of us think of a car as something more than a way to get from place to place. It's a real pleasure to slide in behind the wheel and be on our way. But it's surprising how easily this driving pleasure can be disrupted. You see, tiny specks of dirt get by the air cleaner of your carburetor and build up as deposits on the lower walls just below the throttle plate. Now, in time, they can cause rough idling, frequent stalling, and actual gasoline waste really take the fun out of driving. But you can put that fun right back in by using Atlantic Imperial regularly. This quality gasoline was especially designed to clean your carburetor as you drive. It dissolves those harmful dirt deposits generally after just a few thousand miles. And continued use keeps new deposits from forming. Every day, from New England to Florida, more and more car owners are finding out for themselves how Atlantic Imperial improves their car's performance. Use Atlantic Imperial in your car. It's the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
For the Senators, it'll be the top of their batting order for their third look at Bill Stafford. Chuck Hinton, Danny O'Connell, and Bud Ziffel. Hinton singled and scored in the first inning, struck out in the third. Cloudy overhead now. Weatherman said possible showers today. Here's the pitch to Hinton. Curve low and away, ball one. Hinton is 6'1", 180 pounds from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and he can fly. There's a strike, 1-1. He leads the Senators in stolen bases with 12 on the year. Change-up hit on the ground. Kubek, who is right up with it. The throw to Skowron, one away. Tony fielded that one very gracefully. Few drops coming down here at Griffith Stadium. It is sprinkling lightly. But I'll tell you one thing, the players will not mind that. They like to look up, let it hit them in the face, run down their uniform. The Indian feels good in a day like this. Here's Danny O'Connell. Danny takes the curve low and away, ball one. Danny single to left, pops it short. He has 97 base hits on the year, the most of any Senator batter. Foul back, 1-1. Danny has always been a real good hit and run man, a good bunter, and a good base runner. Wow, nobody on. Stafford's changeup is high, ball 2, 2-1. Danny doesn't look it, but he's 6 feet tall and 180 pounds. Born in Paterson, New Jersey, lives in Bloomfield, New Jersey. There's a high foul down the right field line going back into the stands. Out of play. Had a long talk with Danny's dad outside the ballpark today. He's down for the 4-game series. Mr. O'Connell lives in Paterson, New Jersey, the Garden State. The 2-2 delivery. Low and away, ball 3. Full count. And suddenly Stafford decides he wants a new baseball. And he gets it from plate umpire Bob Stewart. Rubbing it up a little bit. Boy, Early Wynn really had an article on the lively ball in the paper. That was a riot. The payoff pitch to O'Connell, he fouls it out of play. Early said that they've been talking about the pitchers being mean and that someday they're going to kill a batter. He says, how about those batters? So I'm going to write an article saying, who will be the first batter to kill a pitcher? It's not funny, actually, but the way Early Wynn wrote it, it's funny. He said, if and when he gets 300 wins, he's going to run before he gets hit hard. He can't enjoy it. The 3-2 pitch. Line to right field. Maris coming in, and he makes the catch. Now, there's an example of how O'Connell can hit the right. That curve was low and away, and he just flicked at that ball and hit a liner. To Maris in right field. 2 away. Here's Bud Zipfel. He sacrificed in the first inning, popped the third in the third inning. Two out, nobody on. 1-1 to score in the bottom of the sixth. Ball one. Zipfel, who hit a long home run in last night's ball game for the Senators, swings and misses strike one, 1-1. He had 21 homers with Houston in the American Association this year before the Senators called him up. Was the all-league first baseman down there. The 1-1 curve is high and away, ball 2, 2-1. Zipfel was in the Yankee organization last year. He was on the Yankee roster, and he was put up as one of the boys to be picked by either the new Washington Senators or the Los Angeles Angels, and they hated to lose him. Somebody grabbed him. There's a drive to deep right center. Mantle going to his left, and he's got it. Boy, that ball was hit hard. This fella's got power. That was a line drive to deep right center. But Mantle on his horse got it. So the Senators get down in order. And the bottom of the sixth, nothing across the score at the end of sixth full inning. The Yankees won and the Senators won. And on the scoreboard, in the American League, Kansas City won, the White Sox won at the end of an inning and a half. Shaw against Herbert. Detroit 2, Minnesota nothing at the end of an inning and a half. Bunting against Lee. Norm Cash home in the second with 1 on. What a year he's had. The Angels won, the Indians nothing at the end of 4. Duran against Grant. Big Ted Kazuki hit a homer with nobody on for the Angels. Boston is at Baltimore tonight. And the National League, Cincinnati at San Francisco has not started. St. Louis at L.A. tonight. Chicago at Milwaukee. It's 0-0 at the end of an inning and a half. Cardwell against Henley. And Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. The Pirates lead 3-0 at the end of 7. Owens against Mizell. For the Yankees, it'll be Howard, Skowron, and Boyer to face Donovan. Howard up twice, bounced to third base both times. Elton Howard steps into the batter's box. Oh, there's a nice little cool breeze right now. Yankees have 4 hits off Donovan. Senators have 5 off Stafford. There's the first pitch to Howard. It's inside, ball 1. Yankees scored on the homer by Maris in the 4th inning. The Senators scored in the 1st inning on 2 singles of sacrifice and then an infield single. 1-0 pitch hit on the ground. O'Connell up with a nice play. Throws off balance in time for the out. A pretty play by Danny O'Connell, who not only made a tough dance on a bad bouncing ground ball, but threw off balance, falling to his left in time to get Howard. So all 3 times Ellie has bounced to Danny O'Connell at third. 1 away. Here's the Moose, who's been up twice, struck out swinging both times. Donovan's pitch inside, ball one. Clete Boyer on deck. Pitch, a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Johnson's got to hurry. His throw in time to get out. Another nice play, this time by the Senator shortstop on a slow bouncing ball hit by Skowron. So it's 2 up, 2 down. And here's Clete Boyer. Bounce to third, fly to left field. Out, nobody on. Donovan pitched to Boyer. Hit deep to left center. I believe that was throwing. And it's off the wall, about a foot from going in the seats, and Boyer's going to pull up at second with a double. That ball just hit high up on the wall in left center field. A long double for Clete Boyer, the 5th hit off Donovan. And for Boyer, his 14th double of the year. The 5 Yankee hits off Donovan, 2 doubles, a homer, and 2 singles. Here's Bill Stafford, bounce to third and singles. 2 out, a 1-1 ball game in the top of the 7th. Leading off second. Stretched by Donovan. Pitch to Stafford. High, ball 1. Donovan working very slow and easy. Here's the stretch. The pitch is popped in the air to short right field. The second baseman and right fielder after King is under it, makes the catch in foul territory. And Donovan gets out of that spot for the Yankees in the top of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no Senator errors, 1 man left. And at the end of 6 1/2, it's the Yankees 1 and the Senators 1.
Atlantic Imperial, the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive, is now backed by the Clean Carburetor Test. We're so sure you'll agree that Atlantic Imperial gasoline improves your car's performance that we're inviting you to prove it without risking an extra penny. Here's how Atlantic's Clean Carburetor Test works. Use 100 gallons of Atlantic Imperial and ask for a receipt with each purchase. If you're not completely satisfied that Atlantic Imperial gives you smoother idling, less stalling, and generally improves your car's performance, just mail the receipts to Atlantic. We'll pay the difference between the cost of 100 gallons of Atlantic Imperial and regular gasoline. And that's all there is to it. You'll like the difference Atlantic Imperial makes, or we'll pay the difference. Start using Atlantic Imperial soon.
Senators in the bottom of the 7th. Jim King will lead off. He's 2 for 2, has driven in the 1 Senator run in this ball game. Single to deep short, single to right. Wally Hensley, coaching at third, just waves up. There's a drive deep to right, but foul, and again going out of the ballpark, deep down to right field. Last time up, King hit one foul right out of the park. And Tex Clevenger gets up in the Yankee bullpen. Jim King, a left-hand batter. Open stance. Stafford's pitch is hit on the ground at second base. Richardson was right. Up with it. Throws to first. Inside. Boy, they just did get him. As King can get down that line, and Richardson was playing him in the hole how to go to his right for that ground ball. That's one away. Here's Marty Keough. Struck out. Hit into a double play. And now Louis Arroyo gets up for the Yankees. Arroyo and Clevenger in the bullpen. Pitch to Keough. Foul back, strike one. Stafford asked for a new baseball. Up by Bell. Curve is hit high in the air to right field, down in the corner, and fouled by about 2 feet deep in the right field corner. 0-2 on Keough. Hitter with an open stance. Stafford's pitch, low, ball one. Pitch, change up, foul off the end of the bat. He just did get a piece of that. It was way out in front. Stafford into the windup. Fastball hit on the ground. Fair ball. Starts with Starlin's leg, and Keough's going to go to second. And Keough goes into second base on a ground ball that went right through Starlin's leg. A hit. They give him a double. Moose got in front of that hard-hit ground ball, but it skidded right between his legs. So it's a double to right field. The sixth hit off Stafford. The first extra base hit off Bell. The other 5 have been singles, and it brings up Bob Johnson, who bounced to short and single to left, and was thrown out attempting to steal. Howard motions in towards the Yankee dugout, points towards Bill Stafford, wants to know whether to put him on or not. They're going to walk Johnson. They're going to walk Johnson to pitch to Chuck Cottier. And this will be the first walk given up by Stafford, and it's an intentional pass. Joe Cooper and I were looking up the statistics on Stafford of how many men he had walked this year, and this will make only the 35th man that Stafford has walked this year in 124 innings. And Gene Woodling now is coming up to bat for Chuck Cottier. Gene Woodling batting for Chuck Cottier. Gene batting .296. Has 11 doubles, 3 triples, 9 homers, and 51 runs batted in. One away, runners at first and second. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Johnson at first. Marty Keel at second. The pitch to Woodling. Serve over. Strike one call. There's a stretch. Change up is low. 1-1. Ready for the 1-1 delivery. Fastball swung and missed. Strike two. Got the two to fastball right by Gene. Here's the stretch. Fastball line to left field. It's a base hit. And Keogh held up, and now he can't come in and score. Raleigh Hemsley was waving Keogh in all the way, but Marty thought the ball was going to be caught by Yogi and held up. And the bases are loaded as Woodling pinch hits a line single to left field. And here comes Ralph Houk. Out of the Yankee dugout. And you know who he's going to bring in a situation like this. He's looking out towards the bullpen. He has not made a decision as yet. And he calls for Arroyo. He wants a little left-hander. So that'll be all for Bill Stafford. Stafford has now gone 6 and a third innings. He's allowed 7 base hits. He's walked just one man, struck out 4, and has allowed 1 run. All 3 men on base will be charged to Stafford should they score. And Arroyo is coming in another jam, but one that he's familiar with and used to in this season with the Yankees. And he'll be pitching to Pete Daly, unless Mickey Vernon switches and puts in a pinch hitter. Stafford leaves. This is a tough day for pitchers, believe me. So Marty Keogh, who was on second base when Woodling hit that line single to left, was not watching third base coach Raleigh Hemsley. He was watching Yogi. And he got halfway to third and then stopped dead in his tracks. Hemsley was waving him all the way. Then Keogh started to run. By the time he got to third, Yogi had the ball, so Hemsley had to hold him up. Now we've got somebody running in from the Washington Senator bullpen. It looks like Coot Veal, who will run for Gene Woodling and then stay in and play second base. So Veal will run for Woodling. And Veal will stay in and play second base. Louis Arroyo starts limping up after taking a long walk in from the bullpen. And wait a minute, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Willie Tasby. Is that Tasby coming out? No, that's Chuck Hinton coming out, but Mickey Vernon just signaled he wanted somebody from the bullpen. It looks like Gene Green, who leads the Senators in hitting, running in from the bullpen. Double sticker. That's who it is. Gene Green is being called in. And Mickey Vernon is calling Pete Daly back. So both managers pulling all the stops out. Putting in pinch hitters, pinch runners, relief pitches. This has been quite a ball game. It's 1-1 up to this point. But with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, the Senators have the bases loaded. And now Gene Green is coming out to bat. Green is batting .305, has 14 doubles, 2 triples, 15 homers, 48 runs batted in. 7th appearance of the year. He's won 10 and lost 3. Gene Green steps into the batter's box. With Cootfield at first, Bob Johnson at second, Marty Keogh at third. 1 out, and the Yankee infield having Skowron in at first, Boyer in at third, and Kubik and Richardson playing back. So Louis Arroyo out on the mound, who has thrown so many double play balls this year. Tried to do it again. Here's the windup by Louis. Pitch to Green is swinging a miss, strike 1. And he had a cut at that one. Arroyo goes to the rosin bag. Green, a right-hand batter, stands deep in the box. Here's the windup by Louis. Pitch hit deep to left field. Way back there, and that ball is a grand slam home run. Holy cow! Stafford, 1 run for Louis Arroyo. And here's Dick Donovan. Struck out and bounced to first. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Gene Green caught Louis Arroyo in winter ball down in Puerto Rico for the San Juan Senators, so he knows what Louis throws. Donovan takes the strike. The windup by Arroyo. The curve is outside, 1-1. That's the 4th home run hit off Arroyo this year. One out, Senators 5, Yankees 1. The pitch is hit in the air to left field. Yogi Berra moving under it. And Yogi takes it for the out. So Mickey Vernon made the right move that time as he out Fox. Ralph House, the Yankee skipper. Here's Chuck Hinton. Singled and scored, struck out, bounced to short. 2 away. What a dramatic pinch hit home run that was here at Griffith Stadium. Really shook up this crowd. Pitch to Hinton is bunted down third. If it stays fair, it's a base hit easy. Boyer can only let it roll. And it hits the bag. A perfect punch. With 2 out, Boyer was not expecting it was playing deep. And Hinton laid down a beauty. It rolled about 3 inches inside the foul line all the way to third base and gently touched the bag. Second hit off Arroyo. Hinton's second hit of the ball game. Here's Danny O'Connell. Single, popped to short, line to right. There are 2 away. The pitch is hit on the ground, and Kubek is up with it. Throw to first base in time to get O'Connell. But the Senators come up with 4 runs on 3 base hits. No Yankee errors, 1 man left. Check that, 4 base hits. 1, 2, 3. 4 base hits that inning. 1 man left, and the score at the end of 7. The Senators 5 and the Yankees 1.
Fans, next time you're on the go, try Atlantic Imperial. It's the quality gasoline backed by the clean carburetor test. Ask your Atlantic dealer for all the details. Let's pause for station identification. This is the home of Champions Network.
1460 on the radio dial. Good sound broadcasting for 1961. This is WOKO, Albany, New York. The time is 3:30.
the scoreboard in the American League, Kansas City won, the White Sox won at the end of 3. Shaw against Herbert. Detroit 2, Minnesota 2 at the end of 2.5. Bunning against Lee. Cash homered in the second with 1 on. Los Angeles 1, Cleveland nothing at the end of 5.5. Duran against Grant. Blazewski homered in the fourth. Boston at Baltimore tonight. In the National League, Cincinnati at San Francisco starts later on. St. Louis at L.A. tonight. Pittsburgh leads Philadelphia 4-0 at the end of 8. Ferretti against Mizell. And the Cubs won Milwaukee. 1 at the end of 2.5. Cardwell against Henley. Coop Field will play shortstop instead of second base. And Bob Johnson moves from shortstop over to second base. And Gene Green doing the catching. A battery for the Senators, the heroes in today's game so far. Donovan pitching, Green catching. Bobby Richardson leads off. Bobby's 0 for 3. Fly to center, bounce to third, bounce to second. The pitch is in there, strike call. This is the top of the 8th. And the top of the Yankee batting order up there. Fastball hit on the ground, 1 hop to O'Connell. Throws to Zitzfeld, 1 away. Danny's had a pretty busy day down there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 assists for O'Connell in this ball game. Here's Tony Kubek, 0 for 3. Hit back to the box, bunted in front of the plate, thrown out by the catcher, and bounced to second. 1 out, nobody on. 5-1, Senators leading. Donovan's fastball is over, strike call. And O'Connell yelling for Chuck Hinton to come on in left field. He's playing too deep. He's still waving him in. Hinton doesn't believe him. One strike pitch is lined out to left center field, but Keogh is there. Makes the catch. That's 2 away. It would have been embarrassing for Danny had Kubek hit one over Hinton's head. All right, 2 out. Here's Roger Maris, who has doubled, homered, his 43rd of the year, and line is short. Two out. Donovan's pitch to Maris, over, strike called. Donovan's next pitch is just outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch is foul. Boy, he had a good cut at that one. Back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up by Donovan. Change-up hit on the ground. The first baseman Zitzfeld up with it. Looks to Donovan covering in time. They just did get Maris. And I don't know whether he stepped on Donovan's foot or not. It was close at first. But they got him. And so for the Yankees in the top of the 8th, nothing across the score at the end of 7.5. Washington 5 and the Yankees 1.
You know, 1/1000th of an inch doesn't sound like much, but actually dirt deposits just that thick on the lower walls of your carburetor below the throttle plate can affect the performance of your car and your car's engine. It can cause rough idling, frequent stalling, and gasoline waste. That's why every day more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial gasoline. They've found that regular use of Atlantic Imperial gets rid of these harmful deposits. And what's more, Atlantic Imperial's cleaning action keeps new deposits from forming. Use Atlantic Imperial in your car. It's the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
The official paid attendance today, 15,870. The total, including the youngsters who were let in free today, 20,273. All right, Bud Ziffel will lead off. Louis Arroyo's pitch is over. Strike one called. Ziffel is sacrificed, popped to third, and lined deep to right center field. 5-1, the Senators lead. Curve low and away, 1-1. Lined up by Louis. Fastball swung at, foul tip, held by Howard, strike two. One ball, two strikes. Pitch is strike three, swinging. Arroyo's first strikeout. It brings up Jim King, who is 2 for 3, 2 singles and bounced to second base. He's driven in 1 run. Here's Arroyo's pitch to King. It's low and away, ball one. On deck is Marty Keough. Arroyo's pitch is over. Strike called. 1-1. We've got the roof pounders back with us again. Have a tin roof above us. Really makes a racket when the kids hit it. 1-1 pitch. A ground ball to first, foul. Darren up with it. One ball, two strikes, and one out. Louis facing three left-hand hitters this inning. Ziffel, King, and then Keough's on deck. There's a pitch outside. Counts even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. A fly ball to short right field. That's going to be trouble. And it drops in for a base hit. A little Texas League at a short right field drop just between Richardson and Maris. Third hit for Arroyo. That'll bring up Marty Keough, who started the Senators' big rally in the seventh inning when he doubled through Skowron in a right field. Keough had struck out and hit into a double play before doubling. On deck is Bob Johnson. Skowron holding first against Jim King. Senators leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the eighth. Pitch to Keough. It's hopped in the air. Tony Kubek and Richardson there, and Kubek makes the catch. Richardson right alongside him. That's two-way, and here's Bob Johnson. Johnson bounced to short, single to left, was thrown out attempting to steal, and then was given an intentional pass in the seventh inning. That set up the spot for Woodling to pinch hit, and Woodling came through with a clutch single to left to load him up, and then Gene Green pinch hit and hit a grand slammer. 2-out runner at first. Pitch to Johnson. Foul in the upper deck. Strike one. That ball stuck in the screen. The fan got an easy souvenir in the upper deck. The stretch and the pitch is foul tip back. Strike two. Nothing in two. Johnson likes those high pitches. Right-hand hitter. Ready now for the two-strike pitch. Here it is, and it's high, a little too high this time. Ball one. King leading off first. Royals pitch inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here's the stretch. Pitch is hit in the ground. Foul outside of third. Backhanded by Boyle. Royal goes to the rosin bag. Veal is on deck. He is hitting in the spot vacated by Chuck Cotter, who was taken out for pinch hitter. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Foul down the right field line, back into the seats out of play. Jim King leading off first base. The stretch by Arroyo. His pitch is fouled again out of play, this time over the center of the dugout. Louis making good pitches, but Johnson's fouling them off. All right, again, Arroyo stretches. His pitch is hit on the ground. Kubek to his right, up with it. Throws to second for the fourth on King coming in. For the Senators in the bottom of the eighth, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors. 1 man left. And at the end of 8 full innings, it's the Senators 5 and the Yankees 1. Take a final look at the scoreboard. In the American League, it's the White Sox 2, Kansas City 1 at the end of 4. Shaw against Herbert. Minnie Minoso homing in the fourth with nobody on. Detroit 2 and Minnesota 2 at the end of 3. Bunning against Lee. Norm Cash homing in the second with 1 on for the Tigers. Los Angeles Angels 1, Cleveland nothing at the end of 7. Ryan Duran against Mudcat Grant. Ted Krasuski homing in the fourth for the only score in that ball game. Boston at Baltimore tonight. In the National League, Cincinnati at San Francisco starting later on. St. Louis at L.A. tonight. The Cubs 1 playing at Milwaukee. The Braves have 1. It's 1-1 at the end of 3. Cardwell against Henley. And Pittsburgh shut out Philadelphia 4-0. Mizell spun a 5-hitter. Owens the loser, relieved by Peresi. Oh, those poor Phillies. They have broken their club losing streak, I know. It's something like 16 or 17 right now that they've lost in a row. Well, the Yankees in the top of the ninth have Mantle, Serra, and Howard to face Dick Donovan. They trail 5-1. Mickey Mantle, fly to right, single to right, stole a base, his 10th of the year, and then he walked. 1 for 2, Mick. Roland Sheldon is loosening up in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the windup. And the pitch popped in the air in fair territory this time. Danny O'Connell calling for it. The second base, all three infielders converging, and Bob Johnson, the second baseman, makes the catch. O'Connell at third, Deal at short, and Johnson at second were all yelling for it. It was just over the pitcher's box, and Bob Johnson, I guess, can yell the loudest because he took it. One away. And here's Yogi Berra. Yogi 0 for 3, struck out, fly to center, hit back to the box. One out in the top of the ninth. Pitch to Berra. High, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Here's a ground ball at second base. Johnson up with it. Throws to Zitzfeld, 2 away. 2 out, and here's Elston Howard. Howard's 0 for 3, bounced to third all 3 times that he's been up there. Pitch to Howard, a swing and a miss, strike one. Pitch to Howard, curve low, 1-1. Nobody on. A 1-1 count on Howard. A ground ball hit the third. O'Connell coming in up with it. Throws to Zitzfeld in time for the out. And the ball game is over. As Elston Howard bounces out to third for the 4th time. In the ball game, nothing across for the Yankees. And the Senators win it and even up the series at 1 game apiece, winning this game 5-1 in back of Dick Donovan. Right now, how about Leipzig?
You know, a clean carburetor can increase your driving pleasure. Now Atlantic Imperial gasoline actually cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean, too.
Runs, 10 hits, no errors, 4 men left. For the Yankees, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 men left. The winning pitcher is Dick Donovan, who has now won 8 and lost 8. And Donovan has won his last 5 games in a row, all complete games. 1 being a shutout and allowing only 1 earned run in each of the other 4, including this one. A tremendous earned run average over his last 5 games. Less than 1 run per game for Donovan. So it was Dick Donovan all the way for the Senators. And Gene Green, who came on in the 7th inning to pinch hit a grand slam home run. The Yankees scored their 1 run in the 4th inning as Roger Maris got his second base hit of the day, doubled in the first. For Maris, it was his 43rd home run of the year in the 4th inning over the right field wall, giving him 105 runs batted in. That was all the scoring for the Yankees, and they only got 5 base hits. And for the Senators, they scored 1 run in the 1st inning on 2 singles, a sacrifice, and an infield single. And then the big 4 in the 7th inning, one with 1 out. Keogh doubled. Johnson walked intentionally. Woodling pinch hit a single, and Gene Green pinch hitting hit a home run.
Well, that winds up another Atlantic baseball broadcast, but tune in for more baseball listening tomorrow when the Yankees in Washington play a doubleheader. We'll be on the air. I'll have Packy check me on this at 12:55. Is that correct? 12:55 tomorrow. For now, this is Bob Delaney speaking for Mr. McFarland, saying that's all for now. From P. Ballantine and Sons, brewers of the crisp refresher Ballantine beer. Enjoy sunny, mellow Ballantine beer along with baseball. and the Atlantic Refining Company, and your Atlantic dealer who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. Final score again, Washington 5, the Yankees 1.